Welcome back, everybody, to my playthrough of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. When we last left off, we were right outside the Moogle village. So now let's head on into the Moogle village and see what they have to say. They're probably going to say Kubo. Well, they look like they're very scared of us. And all these doors are locked. You just wander around, we got a Moogle that runs around, it says Kubo. And you see it says the doors are locked. But they'll open up in a little bit. You just gotta wander around a little bit. And eventually over to the right, we're going to find the Moogle that we rescued. There he is. But he's still kind of scared of us. He's gonna run away, even though we saved him from that Tyrannosaurus skeleton. But I guess he finally realizes, like, wait a minute. You guys are nice. It's the Moogle that we just rescued. Kubo. Are you thanking us? Well, too bad we don't have anyone who speaks Moogle. We will eventually, though. Galuf's daughter speaks Moogle. And that's going to be how we, how we get rescued. So we talk with the Moogle, and he says, Kubo, it looks like he's telling us we can use this stuff. I guess they can understand English, because, he nodded his head when we, say that, you know, I think he wants to take that stuff, so we get a whole bunch of treasure. There's another treasure that we want to get in one of those other locked doors, but we have to do something kind of weird to get it. So once you get that treasure, a whole bunch of Moogles will run around. We can talk with them, but we want to go into this tree on the right. And it looks like a Moogle, but when we talk with it, we find out there's just a Moogle suit. And you want to put the Moogle suit on, because there's a Moogle in the tree to the left, and he's guarding a treasure chest. If you try to open the treasure chest, he won't let you. But if you come in as the Moogle suit, he thinks that you're cute. And he lets you take the treasure. Or maybe it's a she, and she thinks we're cute? I don't know. I can't tell Moogle genders. It's not a specialty of mine. So, alrighty. But there are two gender Moogles, of course, because we learned that in Final Fantasy VI. Because there's Koopa Mama and Koop Papa. So, yeah, we get that other elf cape. Now we just wander around, talk with some of the Moogles. They're all just saying Kubo, as predicted. But we want to go back and talk with the other Moogle over to the right who we rescued. And then I'll set off pretty much a large cutscene that'll get us back to the castle, back to Galuf's home. What is it doing? There's Cara, Galuf's granddaughter, and she has a Moogle with her. What is it? Why are you so upset? And then she just runs off to the thing. Find out why she's upset here in a little bit. What's going on? It seems the grandpa's at the Moogle village. Moogles can use telepathy. Even when they're separate, they can talk with their minds. The Moogle village, that's far away. Yes, and the hiryuu can't fly anymore. Ah, so that's why she's upset. But the hiryuu is going to make a nice sacrifice for us. I guess it was injured in that in the blast. When the shield went up. He'll fly just this once. Are you sure that's safe? Yep. She nods her head. The hiryuu bumps over the Moogle. So I guess the Moogles telepathically communicate with that other Moogle. And told Cara where our party's at. And now they're going to direct the landing of the hiryuu. They can't find the village in the... So I guess they gotta go a little higher. And you'll notice that... I wonder where the Moogle forest is. Well, you're right above it. But... And you're going to see the village is kind of made in the shape of a Moogle. So she flies up a little higher and says, what the nose? And that's where she's going to be able to land the hiryuu and pick us up. This is all being taken place like the game is doing it for us, so yep, looks like a little Moogle face there, and then we land in the nose. There we go, right there. now we got our ticket home, or the Galuf's home, that castle. Here comes the hiryuu. It can carry 6 people. I think it's a little stronger than the one that we had. Grandpa! I think they said in the Lenna's hiryuu can only carry 5. But maybe Moogle is really tiny, and so is Cara, because she's just a kid. They only count like 1 adult. Grandpa, quick, we gotta return to the castle. And we hop on, and we get to fly back to the castle. And we're gonna learn a lot about Galuf and a little bit more about this world here. Now we're gonna get some treasure. It's always good. A lot of plot development in this episode. Not too much fighting. But we did enough of that in the last episode. We went through like 2 areas. The dungeon and then the desert. Alright. So we fly back here. We're gonna, like I said, learn a lot about the plot, and we're gonna learn about our next task that we have to complete. Now departing Aisle 1. Hey, where's the Moogle at? I'm gonna let the hiryuu rest. Alright. I guess the Moogle just stayed on because he's gonna be up there later on with her. Should head on back up. Should have just landed over there in the first place. You'll see that's not too far of a walk for us. So this castle ain't too big. It's not complicated like Tycoon Castle. King Galuf. He's the king. That's why he was leading an army. You all did great while I was away. King Galuf. He's a very proactive king. He came over to our world when he probably could have sent one of his younger, more eligible soldiers. What's going on with X-Death? There have been no significant movements since the barrier's completion. I see, and our army? It was almost entirely wiped out in the battle with X-Death's monsters. I apologize, sir. And I thought you were just an old man. You were a king? Well, so I am. So we have a king and 2 princesses in our party. Boy, now this one's a shock. You've done great, everyone. Take a break now. Yes, sir. And the one princess is a pirate leader? Oh, man. What is it, angels? I'm just so surprised that you could be a king. Why, is there a problem with that? What? I'm just kidding. Well then, I have to address you. Maybe King Galuf? Nah, he's not a stickler for titles. More importantly than being the King of Bao, I'm your friend, so you can just call me Galuf. So this is the Castle Bao. Alright, now we get control again. Let's talk with this guy. King Galuf, please take the exit spell that you forgot to take with you. Turns out Galuf must have forgot a lot of stuff. So, there's the exit spell, white magic spell, takes you out of a dungeon, but we can't use it because it's higher level than the one our wed wizards can use. The big bridge is completely protected by the barrier. If the hiryuu can't fly, there's no way to get to X-Death's castle. So there's Moogle. Kubo! Princess Cara can speak with the Moogle. It's a very mysterious power. Way to go. And then we got this guy over here. I guess that's Galuf's bedroom. Princess Cara is a very good child, and she has the same spirit as her grandfather. And we'll learn about Cara's parents then a little bit then too. But there's a lot of backstory and kind of plot development here we got going on. And there's the hiryuu. It's not looking too good. Cara? I guess he can speak with the hiryuu too. The hiryuu is dying. Oh, he overstrained himself, huh? What happened to him? He overstrained himself. He really shouldn't have been flying injured, but he flew to help us. Is there any way we can save him? The hiryuu plant. Hiryuu plant, if we had that, could we heal the hiryuu? Yes. But is there any in this world? Hiryuu plant grows where hiryuu live, right? Well, is there some? There's the Valley of the Hiryuu, but no one who has gone in that place has ever come back. And now we'll learn Cara's parents. Let's go. Angel ain't afraid. Angels? The Valley of the Hiryuu is north of the castle, beyond the werewolf village of Kelp. But there are a ton of monsters outside the castle. It'll be alright. We'll all be together. We'll be back soon with the hiryuu plant, for sure. We'll be fine. There we go. So now we know what we gotta do. We gotta go find the hiryuu plant. So it's gonna be growing in a mountain just like in the other world, so the hiryuus are very similar, I guess, in each world. And they're also like almost extinct in both worlds, so that's not good. We've got 2 new gods appeared here now. If we don't defeat X-Death, the world will be destroyed. Either when King Galuf used the meteor, some action occurred and he lost his memory. The weapons and armor we took from his castle were lost. Yeah, we could have used those really good weapons and armor. So we've got some good stuff here. Castle Ball is very old. Hold secrets that we don't even all know. Dang, Gilgamesh. Because of him, the army's almost wiped out. Until the basement won't open no matter what you do. There'll be a way to eventually get into the basement later on. Beyond this door. It's kind of a little bonus dungeon. It's locked from the inside. But while we're in this part of the dungeon, we can run into these statues. They hit pretty hard, but like those golems in the first world, they can be defeated by throwing a soft potion on them. So that's the easiest thing to do. Just throw some soft potions on them. Now these guys give really good AP, so good for like max out jobs, but they give terrible experience. So they only give 100 experience each, so fighting all these enemies, you're only going to get 500 experience divided by 4, it's 125 for each character. So yeah, you'll get good AP, but you won't be gaining any levels, so you might as well just be, gaining levels and experience while you're mastering your jobs. I guess if you have more than 4 jobs you can use, you might want to maybe spend some time here to level up jobs. But since we're stuck with the 4 jobs that the Fiesta limits us to, we don't have to worry about doing any grinding. So let's just get out of here. That save point there, so first time going through, you can just, if you're scared, you got a little safety save there. Everything will be fine, just fine, until King Galuf returns. Princess Cara's on the top floor of the tower. It seemed like she was crying. Yeah, because the hiryuus hurt her. Soon after she was born, Princess Cara's parents entered the Grossian Desert in order to save the hiryuu. They were never seen again. Here we have the inn and the item shops. I said once again we have 2 item shops in this world. One sells like the chemist drinks. The other one sells the other items we got from the first world, but instead of potions they sell eye potions. We eventually want to buy a bunch of them, but we only bought a bunch of Revivifies. Castle is guarded by the barrier. Can we do anything against the castle? Revivify if you turn into a zombie. It's the only way to remove the zombie status. Some enemies could turn us into zombies, like those shield dragons in the castle where the sealed weapons war. They had, they could turn you into zombies, but you don't need any weapons. Here, armor's still the same. So, I think we needed a 1 gold helmet, though, for, for one of our characters. I think, Galuf doesn't have a helmet, so. He has, remember something, let's see. Okay. Yeah. All the gold stuff. We got the dancing dagger in the Moogle village. That's an interesting weapon. It can normally attack, or it can do one of the dances. One of the classes that you can get is the dancer. And the dancer, rather than attacking, the dancer does a dance. And when the dancer does the dance, it can do like one of 4 things. It can do a regular attack. it can do mysterious waltz, which steals magic points off of the enemy. They can do a strange jig, which steals hit points off the enemy. Or they can do a sword dance, and the sword dance is like a fight command, which does 4 times the damage. So now when we have the dancing dagger equipped, basically every time we fight with the dancing dagger, it's going to be basically like the dance command that the dancers use. So this guy tells us about the whole thing, you know, like they only equip for power and stuff, so that's why usually they don't give, you know, like they don't usually put the, whatchamacallit, the elf cloak on characters. Angel's robe, which is good for chemists, but we can't use them, so we can pretend to be a shopkeeper here, though. I mean, you want to do this because we want to get these guys mad at us. Normally, you don't want to get people mad at you, but if we get these guys mad at us, that guy feels bad, the weapons owner, and he's going to give us a new harp, which is better than the silver harp we have here. The Lamia harp, and it can charm enemies. So, yeah, harps tend to be weak in terms of damage they do, but they tend to have special attacks to them. So, like Lamia can charm enemies. You'll get other ones that might be able to put an enemy to sleep. So, they make up for their low attack power by potentially having status ailments go with them. So, alright, we want to head into this pool. We get down to the corner and we get pulled away by a draft. Keep this in mind, this is how we're going to go on. There's a button there. That's how we're going to get back into the castle later. But before you leave the castle, you want to head over this way, even though we'll be coming to this moat later on. You might as well get it now, because there's a really good sword upgrade. It doesn't have the status to give the sleep like the slumber spell that Angels currently has, but it has so much more attack power. So, want to go grab it real quick. But up here in this corner, you just look, and you find a hidden EE. Just kind of like a fencing sword, apparently. But yeah, it gives us 16 more attack power, so... And I'm just fast forwarding here to... There's nothing's happening here, we're just going through the... moat. You just press that button, and I guess the flow of the water reverses, and we get pulled into the castle. It's like Final Fantasy IV, the underground waterway to get in Castle Baron. The monsters released by X are right outside the gate. Or looking outside the gate. Open the gates. Yes, but outside the gate, the monsters let loose by X-Death. When we're out, immediately shut the gate after us. But sir, Galuf, if we do that, you won't be able to get back into the castle. It's like, that's alright. We'll survive. Although what we're going to tell them, like, close the gates and don't open them for anybody. And that's going to come back to bite us. Because then we're going to try to get back into the castle and they'll be like, no, it's fine, just shut the gates and seal them tight. Yes, sir. King Galuf, please be careful. And we get to fight this abductor enemy again. Now, 3 of them appear on the screen, but we only have to fight 1. And unlike the first time we fought this guy, you have to win this battle. You can't let him defeat you. But with, you know, a full party, we were able to beat this guy with just angels. Now, he had a little less hit points, but they made him a little easier, but he's pretty easy. We'll take him out real quick here. And there's the sword dance. See if there's basically 4 times the amount of damage that a normal attack would do. Almost took him out in 1 hit there. So, about 400 damage shy. So, alright. So, well, we have to head north to the werewolf village of Kelb, and then beyond that to the place where the hiryuu plant grows. That's what we'll do next episode. Bye!